be super careful here. And then now you're just gonna start fighting because Echo is here. So this is really, really good. And the moment when you see he's taking the wave like this, again, you can tilt him so hard. And if I'm Echo, I would take your wave. If you're pinging me, danger, 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 danger. Or if you're pinging me, back, 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 back. But if you're pinging only once and you're pinging on my way, like only once or maybe even twice, but not 3, not 4, not 5, and not aggressive pings. Danger 1 is the aggressive ping. So in this position right now, we said that we want to push the laning phase and we want to punish them, Lee. And in this case, you took your Ghost, which Ghost is fine summon a spell if you just want to play super safe and you don't want to do anything but farm. In this case with a Milo, it's good to get Ghost because it's a Nami Lucian. They're gonna play aggressive, you're gonna play Ashe, you're gonna play safe. This is good that you do Ghost for your playstyle that we know how you play. You don't play safe, you don't chill, you don't play slow, you don't stay behind and just farm. We can see it in your playstyle, we can see it in your KDAs, we can see it in your dead ratio. I don't think Ghost is for you, brother. I don't think your playstyle is good for Ghost. Theoretically, if you ask a challenger player, he will tell you to always take Ghost if you think there is no interaction in the laning phase and you want to play for late. Practically for you in this rank, I think you should almost never get Ghost unless you play against Yumi, Lulu or something like this. But if it's Lucian, Nami and it's a lane when you know you're gonna fight, I will always take heal or maybe even exhaust or even cleanse sometimes. But I just personally don't think Ghost is fitting your playstyle really. Why did you take the, in this case, Longsword? It's good, it's good. Against Nautilus Caitlyn, what do you get?
That you would get Dorn's Blade.
Exactly.
In one pot.
Exactly. Jinx Karma?
Longsword 3 pots.
Longsword 3 potions. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You go in the lane and you try to push, which is super good in this lane phase. I really like this. Of course, you don't want to push too hard, but now you want to push. I don't like that you're moving under the wave. You could have just stayed right here. So when they come, you just W in the face. It's super easy. Because this W is like, what the fuck? Like you could have just doubled them both. It's nice that you actually go and abuse your range here. I like that how you play the wave, it was good. You go for a short leash, 3 auto attack leash, you come in the lane fast, you try to push, you try to use a W. It wasn't the best, but it was good. W angle could have been better, and now you keep pushing. And as you keep pushing, you're also hitting your W on both of them, which is very nicely, and I want to cheer you up for this. This is good that you go for the so you're trying to fight. Be very careful because this is Nami Lucian. If Lucian has the dash, his E, and Nami has his E, he's always gonna jump into you and he's gonna kill you. The way you wanna win this lane is by poking with the W and just playing slow. So here, when you're walking up and they also get level 2, it's very, very, very coin flip
Troll.
and troll. And if you know you're gonna for guaranteed you're gonna use your Q, and it's like a fight like this. I mean, usually it's good to get E because usually you just poke with W. They are right here. You just poke, you back off. If it's a safe lane, there is no interaction. Going E level 2 is really good. But usually, if you have an either engage support or you think you're gonna fight in a very short period of time and you need your Q, you should always go for Q. Level 2. And as you can see, the fact that you did not go for level 2 Q, the fact that you have Ghost and not heal, the poor Milo died right here. The Ghost helped you 100% this game. I think the heal would have helped you even more. Because if you have heal or exhaust, it's gonna be like, look at this. If you have heal, they're both dead here. Because Milo is gonna survive and you can just chase them, right? With flash.
Yeah.
This is why I don't recommend you Ghost.
If I had Q, I would have had it too.
Well, and that, yes. So it's multiple mistakes. Then now we're 1v2, but you're kiting good with your range, and you killed him. It's good. Then there you should flash.
Yeah, as soon as you dash, I should have flashed.
And then here, when he dashes on you like this, we can go like
Right
this, or we can go like this, or we can go like this. Which one is the worst? 1,
That
2,
way.
3, 4. Which one?
1 would be the worst.
True.
Closer to him. 4 would probably be the best.
And second worst?
2.
2, which you did,
The way
right?
that I went.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so don't take cost, and we talked about, oh yeah, items here. You are not playing Vayne, right? On Vayne, it's good to do this boots dagger, because on Vayne you value so hard the Berserker boots, because you do damage with your W, so you just want to stack it more. But on Ashe particularly, it's very, very bad to do that, because you're gonna do damage with your W mostly, so you need AD. So non-quiver is a priority, pickaxe is a priority, and you can get boots after you get like some AD, you know. So be very careful. Okay. How is your wave right now?
Pushing towards us, and he's shoving it at that.
So how is the wave?
It'll push towards them, but it'll be like a slow push.
So now you're saying that it will push towards them, right? And what's the reason?
Because we got 4. I have 6 minions. They've got 4, but one of them's almost dead.
So where is the enemy wave?
It's right at their tower right now.
Okay, so if it's right at the tower and the 6 minions are gonna come here, we have 6 plus 4, and we have 6 here. So where is the wave pushing?
It'll push towards us. Actually, yeah.
And why would it push towards us?
More minions.
More minions, exactly.
So, could freeze that.
Could freeze that. So what would happen if we have right here, let's say 1 minion plus 6 minions, but we have 6?
It'll eventually start pushing towards them.
True. Why? Because you would say theoretically it's 7 minions against 6 is pushing into us, but what's the reason why it's pushing into them?
It's closer on our side of the map, so
exactly.
minions will hit.
So what's the difference compared to our difference? Because now we have 10 minions, like we have 4 plus 6 more, 10 minions, and we have 6. Theoretically, it's still closer to our tower. So why isn't the enemy wave not gonna make the wave push into them now?
My wave gets there sooner, but theirs is gonna be bigger.
Exactly. So the rule of thumb is like this: this minion wave is basically gonna slow push into you, because the difference between the minions are 4 minions. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 extra minions. If the difference of the minions is lower than 4, let's say it's 2 or 1, and you only have like 1 minion, then the fact that the next minion wave comes closer to our tower will always make the wave push into them, unless the minions that they have are 4 or more. So if it's 2 minions...
I wasn't really counting that low health one, because it's right at dead anyways.
Yes, but you can still keep the wave here. You can still keep the wave here for a short period of time, right? Because your minions are gonna die here, right? So what is the worst thing that I can do here? Worse. Shove it. Like double it, shove it. Which you didn't do for now. But then you're like auto-attacking the minions a little bit more. As you can see, these auto-attacks are super bad. Look at this. What are we doing? So you have to, I guess you didn't know how is the wave there. But again, if you have 4 extra minions or even 3, usually it's coming into you in that case, okay? And if you have less, then it's coming into them. But even if it's coming into them, you should still slow push, like only last it until the wave is coming into them fully. Like now you should still last it no matter what. Last it. And then here, so how would you play this if you're in this situation right here? So the options are push now, or just wait one more wave, so you can wait the 3rd wave, so you can crush the 3rd wave. What did you say?
I would crash the wave.
This wave right now?
The 3rd. The next
one. The 3rd wave, exactly. And why would it be better?
Bigger wave to fight in if they engage.
Exactly. So you would just want to wait the 3rd wave. I mean, there are specific situations where the 2nd wave crash like this would be better. If you have to move on the river, let's say, or you have to just follow for the Drake. But usually 3 waves crash is good. So in this case, it's slow pushing into them, right? But why?
Because our wave is bigger.
Exactly. So what is the worst thing that I can do? The worst thing that I can do?
Hard shove it.
Hard shove it, which you're doing it. As you can see, again, wave management mistake. So, and you're not even hard shoving because you're not doubling. So it just okay, never mind. You're just hard shoving.
That one was to make sure I got that melee.
Yes. But if you want to slow push and only last it and you double like this, you will right, you'll screw up the wave. So be very, very careful. And then here, yeah, you just have to crush, but you had to crush the third wave, not now. Now it's a bit GGBG what you did here. And how is the wave right now? How is the wave?
It's gonna push towards us.
True. Why?
One, they're shoving. Two, they're even minions.
True. So what does it mean?
Back the hell up. And
True.
wait.
But why? You're saying that it's pushing into you, and that is true. But why? Why is it pushing into you?
Minions are even.
Exactly. So then.
And closer on their side of the map also.
Exactly. So what is the worst thing that you can do again, Lee? The worst thing that I can do with the minions and with the W.
Do what I did.
Yes, exactly, do what you did. Because if you hit the minions, it's not gonna push into you anymore. It's gonna try to stay there for a longer time. And of course, Lucian is also a gold player and he screwed it up. So in this lane, it was more a battle between like who is doing less mistakes. Because like we're doing 100 mistakes and Lucian is doing 101 mistakes. But no one is really good at the game.
Yeah.
You see, so multiple wave management mistakes, as you can see, until 50 minutes, not anything else. And now you have to be very, very careful because they are level 4, like Lucian, Nami, right? They have E on the Nami, so you can't do this. You just can't do this. You can't walk up and push. Yes, you can push at level 1 because they can't go on your level 1. But now at level 4, if you're walking up like this, you're just asking to die because he's always gonna dash into you. Okay, he can't dash into you if you have a Thresh. But remember, you have a Milio. Milio is scaling champion. He doesn't do much. Look what he can do. He can't do anything, the Milio. So, the rule of thumb, pay attention to what the enemy champions are supposed to do and respect them. Because if it's a strong matchup like Lucian Nami, you should always consider playing super slow and just backing off. Very, very, very important. Super, 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 super important. Okay, so wave management mistake, we didn't really stack 3 waves. Wave management mistake, we W the wave when it was coming to us. This one we walked up a little bit too much and we didn't really respect what they should do. And then the next one is 900 mistake macro. So the next one is a macro mistake, a fundamental mistake. So overall, your mechanics are fucking good, man. I will tell you that. So I like your mechanics, and there are definitely. I think that you're doing lots of nice things with the mechanics that I think people can learn of you in gold. So in terms of that, definitely your mechanics are not gold elo. The problem is that there are some other things that are holding you back so hard, because if you have platinum mechanics but you have bronze wave management, you do the average, it's gonna be gold, right? So this is what I'm gonna help you fix, the wave management. And right now you're playing it good because the wave is coming into you, and this is awesome. You're playing safe for the first time. You're respecting, you're chilling. Your Ashe was not bad. So you just have to be super careful here. And then now you're just gonna start fighting because Echo is here. So this is really, really good. And the moment when you see he's taking the wave like this, again, you can tilt him so hard. And if I'm Echo, I'll take your wave. If you're pinging me, danger. Or if you're pinging me, back. But if you're pinging only once and you're pinging on my way, like only once or maybe even twice, but not 3, not 4, not 5, and not aggressive pings. Danger 1 is the aggressive ping, or a fallback ping is the aggressive ping. These players, be careful because their mental is gonna boom instantly. It's gonna go boom. So you have to be careful with them. So I would ping on my way one time, suggesting that I want to get a wave, because here you are going on the wave. At least you didn't chase the Lucian, which is super good. I love it. But you should ping Echo, because if I'm Echo and I'm taking the farm and Ashe doesn't say anything, I'm still gonna do it. If I'm let's say if I'm doing something to you and I don't know that it hurts you because you don't communicate that with me, I'm gonna keep doing it not knowing that it hurts you, you know. So being your intention that you don't want him to, like, don't ping his head because you tell him, just ping that you want to get the wave with on my way. It's very important because you miss 3 waves like this, because it's not the first time and it's not the last time. And then all what you have to do right here, because you killed Nami and the wave is slow pushing to them, is
Slow pushing.
yes. So what do you want to do here?
Slow push, but I shoved.
Okay, so you shoved. Well, it wouldn't be that bad. Okay, so let's see. So let's go one more time. So you killed the Nami. So what are the options? Option number 1 is slow push. Option number 2 is what?
Shove it.
Shove it, exactly. So Nami is dead, so the advantages of shoving are there as well, right? Because you can crush. Would you have items to buy here, or do you think it's super bad to fast push recall?
I don't really have any items to buy, but Zerkers.
Berserkers, is Berserkers like a good power spec on Edge?
It's not bad.
It's not bad, yeah. I mean, since you kill Nami and the wave is really coming into them slowly because they only have 2 minions extra, and as we said, we needed 4 minions extra to justify the freeze. In this specific case, pushing is not bad, but what should you be doing? What is the best thing that you should do if you decided to push? And what do you want to do after if you really decide to push?
I should commit to the push and
Yes.
shove it in base.
And
But I was,
base,
like, half
yes.
push, not
Half push, and guess, like, look what you're doing right now. Why are we walking up? Enemy jungle can be here. Stay here, push it as fast, crush the wave, recall into the brush. Not halfway push, like you're not pushing but you're not slow pushing. You're not walking up on him to kill him but you're not playing safe. Like, you're just doing something in the middle. The decision making has to be clear. Push, recall, or slow push, fast push after slow push, and then recall after. But don't do it. Okay, let me do a bit of slow push and then a bit of push, and then after I do a bit of push I do a bit of freeze, and after a bit of freeze I'm gonna do a bit of recall and a bit of recall and a bit of fight and a bit of, you're doing a bit of everything. This is why you shouldn't really be looking to walk up here. Push and recall, or slow push and just last it, but not middle. And as you can see, he jumped into you, and yeah, from here, this is why when I said you're gonna see on the stream, you're gonna die in very soon if you don't recall. And you recall, but the problem is that they can freeze here. You see this? So you're giving him a freeze, another wave management mistake. So wave management is definitely by far the biggest thing that is holding you back. Like there, the mistake here is that after getting a kill you did not hard shove, and therefore you waited too much. So now he can actually freeze. He didn't do it because you're still playing in gold, but well, silver. But once you're gonna get in even low gold, I think people will try to freeze anymore, because now there is a lot of information on YouTube, so everyone knows how to freeze. Okay, so yes,
I thought I could outrun that bubble.
that
'cause I
was
had
good.
Ghost running,
That was
so-
good. That was good. It's just the bubble. You should try to dodge the bubble.
Yeah, if I stepped sideways and went around it, I probably had it.
Okay, let's see. So there is a mistake at 11 Drake. So you push, you back off. Okay, right here I didn't really understand too much what you did. So you push. So let's recap here. So you come back in the laney phase beautifully. You're pretty fast. You have berserkers and you have your non-quiver. So this is super good. This
Well,
is
the thought process with going into the river was getting ready for dragon, considering the
I
wave
see,
was
I
under
see.
the tower.
I see. And where is Echo right now?
He's in mid diving. We're about to kill Soul.
Okay, so what are the chances of you getting Drake when Echo is there and maybe enemy jungle is bot?
Not very high.
Not very high. Not very high at all. So be very careful. First of all, like right now, you go on the river. Like now you are saying we should be getting Drake. It is true that you might have opinions in the game about this kind of things, but the reality is that you're not a decision maker here. If the jungler starts the Drake and you're following and you're pushing the wave and you're following, that is something that you should do. But if you're pinging jungle to do Drake, Well, you don't know what is through his brain. You don't know if he's about to die on mid. You don't know if he has 4k gold. If he has 4k gold, I wouldn't do Drake as well myself. This is why, personally, I don't ping Drake too much as AD carry. Yes, sometimes if enemy jungle is dead and also enemy bot lane is dead and I know for sure it's a good call and Echo is there, I ping it. Yes, if I kill enemy bot lane and I see that Echo is already there, I'll try to ping, but usually I never ping Drake. Why? It's because I don't know if Echo has enough mana, enough HP, if he has 10k gold, what he wants to do. I don't want to ping him and then he's gonna do it, but then he's gonna die because he didn't recall at all. So this is why I recommend you to, when you play the game, if he takes your farm, try to ping on Maui one time. But so you can ping him, but don't ping him doing Herald, Drake, or okay, you can ping one time Baron Nashor in late game when you're 5 people grouped, but don't ping right now when laning phase is not over and you need to think about you, not about what Echo should do. Because you're gonna have so many games where you lose the game because of this. You ping him, he doesn't do it, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. You ping him, he doesn't do it. You start it, you die, and you blame him, and you're tilted. But the reality is that you should not even ping it. You should ping it once. If it's super free and you kill the enemy bot, if he does it, you hover. If he doesn't do it, you push bot, you take farm. It's this simple. But do not try to force your jungle and start it. The rule of thumb that I use is if my jungle starts the Drake, I try to do everything that's in my possibility to hover but not die with him. If he doesn't start Drake, I don't start it, I don't ping it. I'm a fucking AD carry. I do not do it. My job as an AD carry is not to do Drakes. My job is to do damage, to farm, to get items, to not die, and maybe the 15th job is to get Drakes. But no, I need to focus on my first 3 jobs, not on the 15th job, which is getting Drakes. That's jungler's job. So be very careful with this thing. And of course it was a bit troll that you actually stop for plants, for the plant on the river. And I think this is also a mistake that you did like last session, because I remember early you're doing this a lot. You like the plants, like now you don't even need the plant. I mean, you can say, okay, but I got the mana. Yeah, okay, well, you got the mana, but you don't really need it here. Like full mana, but because he got chunked. So be very careful with the decisions like this when you ping your jungle. I wouldn't do it. Okay, right here you go for a trade. So as you can see, you have this pattern. Be careful, because if the minions are gonna die in the tower and you try to trade, it can be bad. In this case, it wasn't that bad because you still got most of the minions. But as a rule of thumb, if you have a big wave into the tower, unless it's like super free that you're gonna get a beneficial trade on them, try to not trade. Look at this trade, and then you lost 2 minions. Now you're also forcing. She has bubble. Like it's super forced. Try to get the minions and play it slow. Okay, 11:45. He recalls.
I think I die.
Oh yeah, I think we do 1v2. If Milo recalls and you know you're gonna die under the tower, you can also ping him to stay like assistance one time here. You can ping him the moment when he recalls. The thing is, right now Nami doesn't really have mana and Lucian also doesn't have mana, so you can stay by yourself. Well, not walk out though, stay in the tower.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was a little free, because they didn't really have any mana.
Yeah, but
just enough to kill me.
Lucian just needs E. He doesn't need mana with Nami.
So I didn't realize how close it was, so I shoved it.
Yeah, so well, if he's relatively close, he should always slow push, because in the slow push he's gonna miss some minions. But if you fast push and he's like right here, yeah, he's always gonna get them all. So be careful with this. Okay, I see. Be very careful. Be very, very careful, because the ghost is holding you back so hard in your games. I watched your games and you have a very high death ratio because you're good mechanically, so you're probably playing Gumayushi playstyle. You're playing super aggressive, which, you know, I don't want to change your playstyle because you have a nice playstyle. But if you play with Ghost and you play with Kraken Slayer, you're gonna die so much that you're gonna have games like this.
That was one of my mental booms.
I know, but in general, you're gonna die a lot if you play. I think Shilbao is for you more. And of course, it depends on the situation. Usually Kraken Slayer is good against tanks and Shieldbow is better against more squishy teams. But as a rule of thumb, on Ashe you can still play Shieldbow, and if you need damage against tanks, you can go Borg second or Guinsus, and then you can go for the Borg third. You go Guinsus second and Dirk third, and so Guinsus Borg. You don't need to go Kraken Slayer, because by going Kraken Slayer you're gonna die a lot in the game. So this is why you have a very low win rate. It's because you play with aggressive playstyle in an aggressive game, in an aggressive elo, but with defensive items, as in items that don't protect you, and with passive summon spells that don't give you damage in the fight. So I recommend you on both Vayne and Ashe Shieldbow build. If they have tanks, you go Shieldbow on hit, Shieldbow this build, Shieldbow Guinsus Borg, or Shieldbow Borg Guinsus, or Shieldbow Guinsus Witsend, or Shieldbow Witsend Borg, best build. Or you can also get BT like Reckless. Or if they don't have tanks, you can go for the Shieldbow build, but you can go for the crit build, Shieldbow BT Infinity Edge. It's really good. It depends if they have tanks, if they have frontliners. And on Vayne, same thing, absolutely same thing. Kraken Slayer will give you more damage but will kill you so much. This is why I have 7.4 deaths per ratio. I want this to go to 5 and I want this to go to 60%. So this is why I recommend you this build with the Shieldbow. So this is itemization thing. Okay, let's talk a bit about the rotations in mid game. So you go to bot lane, this is good. You hovered, this is good. You hovered this time, this is good. You have a tendency to AFK farm in the game. So now you're farming bot lane, which is good. The guy is doing Drake, you follow for the Drake, this is good. And now you go towards mid lane. Why do you go towards mid lane?
Because they've got a soul there, or God's right there shoving in. I figure we can at least hover him and possibly get another tower and give him some safety.
Who?
Or God.
Wait, so what is your job as AD carry? Peeling the mid lane and peeling the top lane? That's your AD carry job? Getting drakes, peeling people? Your job as AD carry is doing damage, getting farm.
Yeah.
And okay, in the late game, if you peel someone, yeah, that's secondary. So here, you should look at the Drake if he needs you. And if he doesn't need you, you don't need to follow. First of all, Warwick is dead. Well, first of all, bot lane is dead. Warwick is dead. Who's gonna kill you? Keep pushing one more and then reset to get items, and then you can group mid because you have 1 item and a half. So you didn't even need to be here on Drake because they already got it. And here the wave is right here. You can just go and catch it.
Yeah, I could have caught that wave.
Because on mid lane, I mean, if everyone goes on mid lane, you can do it. But since there is no tower, there's nothing on mid lane. You don't have anything there, so you can go bot, recall, and then play from there. Like, this rotation was waste of time. And at least, I appreciated this, that at least 1 people, Nami, Echo, and you, 4 people stay mid, and if your team is pressuring, you're also pressuring with them. I appreciate this. But guess what? I knew that you're not usually doing this, and usually you're going for the AFK farm pattern. So here you stay mid, which is very good, because they are keep staying, and then you recall. But you don't recall when 4 people are keep pushing. You recall when 2 people are pushing. You know, so your recall here is not bad. It would be bad if 4 people are staying and you're recalling. In that case, it would be int. It would be very bad. Hey Rakan, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you'll enjoy your time here. Welcome. So this is fine. Then you go to mid lane, which is good, which is super good. Leave. This is very nice. This is very nice. And then you move. You stay around your teammates. Good. You are in the fight. Very good. Very good.
And basically, this is how I should be playing.
This is good that you're staying with them. And now, Urgot is staying, you're hovering like an AD carry. Okay, you can be on a side lane when they're fighting mid lane, let's say before an item. Like if you just have non-quiver, just stay on bot lane AFK farm. Sure, you can do that on Vayne. Maybe even at an item. But from an item and a half, you should already be like, an item and a half on AD carry, can I have an impact in team fights? Well, an item and a half, yeah, I mean it's not 4 items, but it is an item and a half. So the rule of thumb is that after an item and a half, you want to avoid doing this AFK side lane split pushing, and you want to look to group mode. Before that, you can consider AFK split pushing for items, before an item and a half. So here you look to, like now, again, remember, you rotated when Echo was making a play and Urgot was there. It's just 2 people. If it was 4 people, same thing. It would be bad to ignore them. You should go with them. But now, you're not. They are 2 people, so you just go for the scuttle. This decision is good. This right here is good, because it's just 2 people that are making a play. Natsa, pika, Natsa, binit. Now you're going for the Nash, which is very, very good. And you're pushing the mid lane. Unfortunately, we're not gonna have time to recall right here. Again, same time, same thing. Unfortunately, if 2 people go for a play aggressive and you recall, it's good, because it's only 2 people. But if 4 fucking people make a play and you recall, this is a bit int. You should only recall if 4 people make a play on mid lane. If you have like 1 mana, 1 HP, low HP, you can't do anything. But now you should hover with W. Yes, you have the item, but what are you gonna do? Let them die? Be very careful with this playstyle. Very, very careful with this playstyle. Ignoring your teammates. I agree, you should ignore them if it's 1 guy forcing a play, like stupid, 2 guys. But if it's 4 guys, everyone agrees and you're like, no guys, sorry, I don't agree. I mean, okay, but you're gonna lose the game, brother. So be very careful with this playstyle, because you're a great AD carry and this can hold you back. Yes, Kura, yes, after the coaching session, I'm gonna take a small break.
Like this a lot more often, win more games.
Yes. This is why in your games you have a lot of farm, but it do 0 damage. Look at this. So this is good. Good recall. You still had the tendency to go to bot lane here, right here, which wouldn't be bad, because I mean there's nothing happening on the map right now. Urgot is chilling, Echo is dead, Milo is dead, Irelia is in base, but unfortunately the wave is pushing into them, so it decided to go towards Drake. So in that case, even if you go bot, it wouldn't be bad, because it's just 2 people and there is no urgency. But in this case, you just move to the fight and you are in the fight. Beautiful decision making again. That what happens right now is same thing. Look at this. 3 people are about to push mid lane. 3 people are about to push mid, and you're like, no, I don't want to win the game right now. Let's make this game 40 minutes. Let's give Nami Lucian a chance. I don't want to win it right now. True, but why give them a chance? Besides, do you stream often? Yes, I stream often. I stream often. First time I see you in my recommendation? Oh, really? So here, this is what's holding you back. Look, 4 people pushing mid lane. We'll go bot lane. This is why you're losing so many games. Look at this. 8 farm per minute. But then when I'm checking the farm, you're doing 26k damage. Timo top lane did 28. Enemy Kaisa with 9 kills, 10 deaths did 30. You see this? Same thing in the next game. You have 7.2 farm here, which can be good. Yeah, but which one would you prefer? 8 farm per minute, 10k damage in 20 minutes, or you prefer 6 with 25k damage in 20 minutes? But this one you have 40% win rate, this one you have 60% win rate. I would prefer less farm with more win rate. You see? Super important. Super important. Look at this. 8.9 farm. True, it is important to farm, but not if you're not in the fights. 13k only. Let's see. 7.9 farm here. Beautiful farm. Yeah, but 28k damage with 16 kills. The poor Timo, that is a Malzar OTP with 8 deaths, he did 48k damage. Super important, and you can see it's a pattern. 8.8 farm. This is why when you see that you have 8.8 farm or 9 farm and you're gold,